this morning on Be Something Wonderful, how to believe it into 3D manifested reality. I am your host, Tom Kieran, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I got an email from a subscriber this morning that said, Tom, I watched a video on surrendering and letting go last night, and I really liked it. But my question is this, that I feel like I have surrendered. I feel like I have let go, but yet I can't help looking in 3D reality and wondering where it is. It's still not here. I feel like that I've been maintaining the state, but I still don't see it. What else do I need to do? Because that is the question I keep asking myself. Well, guys, we're going to unpack this today and more. So here's what I want to say. There's nothing else that you need to do ever. Once you have the desire, once God sets forth once the Word of God is set forth, once the seed is dropped in that soil, and the power and wisdom of God goes to work on it, there's nothing else you need to do other than believing that it's already done, other than having faith that your wish is already fulfilled. Hear this, that's all you have to do. What does it really mean to surrender? It means surrender to the limitations, surrender the doubt, surrender the fear, surrender the idea that you're separate from that God within. Because when God says His word, when God sets His word to go forth, it must manifest in 3D reality, right? So let's unpack this a little bit more. Jesus said it in Matthew in chapter 8 and chapter 9, and I want to go to that. Here's what Ernest Holmes says about what Jesus says. He not only announced the law of faith, Jesus, he explained how it works. Hear this. Jesus not only announces the law of faith that's required, but how it works. Well, how does he do it? Let's go to Matthew chapter 8. Go, it shall be done for you as you have believed. This is what Jesus said after all of his healings, right? And let's just look at this, the wording here. This is very specific. It shall be done for you as you have believed. It shall be done to you according to your faith. So the only requirement ever is belief and faith. It's definitely done for you and to you, but only as you believe that it's already yours, that it's already done, that you already are, that you want to be. Hear this, right? It shall be done for you and to you, but more importantly, it shall be done through you. Right? With that God within, that Christ within you, through your imagination, through that belief, through that knowing that you're connected to the power, wisdom of God, and that when you set your desire forth, it is immediately that power and wisdom goes to work on bringing it forth into 3D reality, manifesting it into 3D reality, right? And it's very specific, as you have believed, according to your faith. Jesus is specific here. It's done for you and to you, but more importantly, it's done through you. Through what? Through your belief, through your faith. Wow, that's big. So what does surrender really mean? What does letting go really mean? It means surrender any belief contrary to that power of that God within you, to any limitation or any separation from the power and wisdom of God. It's within you. There are no limitations. You are invincible. You are wholly unlimited. It's only your belief and your faith. And Jesus is clear here, right? Declare you are one with God in your desire, right? When you set forth a desire, set it forth as a declaration, right? And that you decree it, that it's already done and it's already yours, right? Make your desire an announcement of reality. Hear this. This is big. Don't look for it. Don't declare your desire, then look for it in the 3D reality. Instead, say this is the new reality. When you declare your desire, when you set forth your word, that now becomes the new reality. And it will manifest, right? And really, this was the real important point here, guys, is when you set your desire, when that word springs forth from you, God meets you, immediately responds, immediately is all over it. This is told in the prodigal. And the story of the prodigal, this is when the son returns. And as the son's coming back to his father, this is what Jesus says. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion for him and ran and embraced him and kissed him. Hear this. So God is already on his way to you. It's already done. You're never separated. God sees you. Right? This is what the prodigal is saying, right? That they were never separated, right? They were never apart. That compassion, there's never judgment, there's no separation. The only thing that's required is the faith and the belief, right? This is big, right? So you're holding on to doubt, fear, disbelief. The more you hold on to doubt, fear, and disbelief, that moves you further away from your desires. That moves you further away from who you really are. You can never be separated, only in your disbelief, and you can only think you are. Hear this, right? Just like the prodigal. The more you hold on to doubt, fear, or disbelief, it moves you further away. It moves you further away from your divine nature. Even though you're never separate from it, you can only believe you are, right? Hear this, right? So drop the seed and that power and wisdom of God will come running to you, right? It's almost like you're holding on to the seed. You're holding on to the word. You're holding on to the desire. And you don't want to drop it into that soil, that power and wisdom, that subconsciousness of God, so God can go to work on it. You want to hold it and look to see if there's any evidence that if you drop it, that it will turn into what you want in the 3D world. Hear this, right? You've got to drop that seed, and then with faith and belief, know that it will manifest in 3D reality, right? Nurture it, love it, right? And then it will drop. So drop the seed and believe. Don't hold on to thought, right? So when you think of your desire from a state, well, I don't know if it's going to come, I'm doubting it, you're holding on to that seed when you do that, right? Don't hold on to your thought. Set it forth into that substance of God so it can manifest in the 3D world with you. And what's behind it? It's according to your faith. It's as you believe, right? So there's nothing to do. It's done, right? It's done. And here's the important thing. It's done to you and for you, but more importantly, it's done through you. Through what? Through your faith and belief as that God power within. You were made in the image of God. It's within you to be, do, or have whatever your heart desires, right? So as you believe. Remember, when things come up, when you look at the 3D reality and you don't see your desire, God doesn't judge, condemn, or deny anything. Accept it all as the perfect unfolding, right? It is done. It is coming. It will manifest in 3D reality. Everything you see, love it. Show compassion for it. Don't judge it, right? Just as Jesus the Father ran out to meet the prodigal. He didn't condemn him or judge him, say, where have you been? What have you been doing? He loved him, showed him compassion. He embraced him. He kissed him. That's what you should do with anything that shows up in your 3D reality. Embrace it. God never denies it, never judges it, never condemns anything, right? God only declares, only assumes, only affirms itself to be that which it desires to be. Hear this. This is the key difference, right? When you desire something, you desire it from a standpoint that I am already that. I already have that. I am already that which I want to be. That's what God does. God thinks from that deductive standpoint that I'm God and I am it. He becomes that manifestation immediately. He becomes his desire immediately. Remember, God knows I am that I am. That's what God said to Moses, right? I am that I am. It's a knowing, right? It's a certainty. It's a reality, right? So, and the last point I want to make, and this is in Matthew, when you say in one of your emails, you said, well, I just don't have it. And I want to know, and it's hard to not think about not having it. Well, that's what's keeping it away, right? Jesus is clear here. For whoever has, to him more shall be given, and he will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has, shall be taken away from him. right? This is what you already have it. You were born with that grace. You were born with everything that you could ever desire already within you. That seed's within you. Remember, the plan of fulfillment is already in your desire. So you really do already have it. Right? When you look at the absence of it, when you look at the lack of it, that's what keeps it away. That's what Jesus is saying here in Matthew 13:12, right? And then then when you have that mindset of not having it, of having lack, of seeing it's absent, then even what you do have, shall be taken away from you. This is what he's saying, that it's that imagination within you. You already have it all. You already are it all. Your only requirement is the faith in the belief in it, and it will manifest in 3D reality. Think like God, right? Rise up into that thought of those greater thoughts. When you have greater thoughts, you have greater manifestations. That's big, right? That's how to believe it into 3D manifested reality. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Karen, our website at tomkaren.com or besomethingwonderful.com, or write me anytime at info@besomethingwonderful.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.